Okay, then coming to the next topic, theories of light. Theories. Theories of light are these. Some important theories proposed by different scientists to know the nature of light. To know the nature of light. Nature of light. What is the nature of the light? We have discussed what is light, how it helps to see the things in our surroundings. Some terms which are related to light also discussed. Then let us know nature of the light or some theories of light proposed by different scientists. And one more thing, light travels in all directions in a straight line. Light travels in all directions in a straight line. All directions in a straight line. So there are different theories. One is Newton's theory, Huygens theory, electromagnetic wave theory, real nature of light, and quantum mechanical theory or quantum theory of quantum theory of light. Quantum theory of light. So let's take the brief information. Let's discuss briefly about these theories. The first one is Newton's theory. Newton's theory. The great scientist, Sir Isaac Newton, is a genius. He was a genius, right? So great mathematician, great physicist, so great scientist. So we have to hats up. We have to give the hats up to great scientist Sir Isaac Newton. He's the greatest man, right? So whenever we feel difficulty about physics, then most of the people are scold the Newton. Because of course so many equations, so many theories, right? Okay, let us discuss what is the Newton's theory of light. So as we discussed earlier, light travels in all directions in straight line. But straight line, Newton proposed that light travel in the form of, according to the Newton, light travel in the form of small particles. In a straight line. Small particles in a straight line. These small particles are called corpuscles. These small particles are called corpuscles. So that's why this theory was called Newton's corpusculus theory of light. Newton corpusculus theory of light. Newton corpusculus theory of light, right? So, but some of the characteristic properties are cannot explained by the Newton. So that's why it is failed. So I am not explaining much about these theories, but as you are the class 10 student, so you need to know some history or some background about the light, and what is the speed of light, 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second in vacuum. 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second in vacuum, right? Then that particles are called corpuscles. So this is called Newton corpusculus theory. Newton corpusculus theory. But this Newton corpusculus theory cannot explain some of the phenomena of reflection or refraction, diffraction, interference, polarization. Light only explained with light constant to be the wave. So particles theory or corpuscular theory cannot explain any characteristic property of light, like reflection, diffraction, diffraction, interference, polarization, scattering, dispersion, whatever. So after that, the second one is wave theory. Wave theory of light. Wave theory of light. Wave theory of light. So this wave theory of light is proposed by Christian Huygens. He proposed that light cannot travel in the form of corpuscles and small particles. He proposed that light travel in the form of waves. In the form of waves in straight line, because the light travels in all directions in straight line. So light travel in the form of waves, and he also said that to travel the light in the form of waves, light required an imaginary medium. Light required an imaginary medium. An imaginary medium is an ether. Ether is an imaginary medium. Ether is an imaginary medium required. Ether is an imaginary medium is required to travel the light. Light required imaginary medium is called ether. So according to the wave theory, light travels in the form of waves, which was proposed by Christian Huygens. Even this wave theory also failed in some cases. Then the third one, electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic wave theory, which was proposed by Clerk Maxwell. One of the scientists, he said that light travel in the form of electromagnetic waves. So if it is a wave, electromagnetic wave, both the magnetic field and electric field are perpendicular to each other. Light travels in the form of electromagnetic waves. In case of electromagnetic waves, both the electric field and the magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. This is one more theory about light or nature of light by Clerk Maxwell. After that, dual nature of light, which was proposed by Albert Einstein. genius. Albert Einstein proposed dual nature of light. That means he proposed that light travel in the form of particle and in the form of waves. In the form of particle or in the form of waves. So that's why dual nature light exhibits the properties of both waves and particle depending upon the situation is it in. Depending upon the situation, light travel or behave in the like particles as well as waves, like particles and wave. That's why it is called as the nature of the dual nature of light. Dual nature of light. Then after that, last one. Nowadays we are what we have believed that. So quantum theory of light. So he proposed that based on the photoelectric effect. So quantum theory of light which was proposed by Max Planck based on the Albert Einstein dual nature of light according to the photoelectric effect. So light travels in the form of dual character like particle and wave, call them photons. So based on the dual nature of light, Max Planck proposed a new theory for light. This is quantum mechanical theory or quantum mechanical wave theory or quantum theory of light. This is proposed by Max Planck. So he explained that light can travel in the form of photons, nothing but so in the form of energy packets. These energy packets are called quanta. So packets, light travels in the form of energy packets. So that each energy packet is called quanta. So these are the five theories are explained about the nature of the light. We know what is light, some characteristic properties, speed of light, right? So light travels in all directions, straight line. So these five theories explains about the nature of the light. So Newton explains that small particles, Huygens explained waves, Clark Maxwell electromagnetic theory, and Albert Einstein dual nature of light. Then finally Max Planck based on the quantum theory. Proposed quantum theory. These all theories explains about the nature of light.